What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the one and only Elon Musk and break down some important points he made during the shareholder meeting, and also some other important points he made on his Twitter page involving Tesla that are huge. Now, these points are going to be important for Tesla's future and the future of AI. So I'm going to break down what Elon Musk said and provide you guys a window into Tesla's news, its updates, and its futures. Before I break anything down about Tesla, though, before I talk about what's going on with Elon Musk's tweets and all of this good stuff, let me just mention a couple of things before starting. Firstly, I am not a financial planner. Make sure you take none of this as financial advice whatsoever. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link down below in the description. If you sign up for Webull, the link down below, and deposit any amount of money into the account, you're guaranteed up to 12 free stocks, each worth up to $3,000. And the best part is, any could be a free Tesla share. The offer ends in just 4 days, so check it out before they run out. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. All right, guys. So Elon Musk said during the shareholder meeting, if you guys didn't hear what I said before about this, that for the next 12 months, there will be challenges for Tesla as the US banks are in for some trouble. And what did Elon Musk mean by this? Well, when you look at the current banking situation, we're seeing a big decrease in the amount of money being lent to the banks and by the banks in its entirety. Less people are making deposits simultaneously, and this could lead to more issues for more banks out there. Now, many people from the Fed are saying that the banks are very strong and resilient. There is some truth behind that, but once again, there's no guarantee that the banks are in a good place right now because there's still many issues emerging, as Elon Musk is still telling us. Now, on top of this, you have to remember that in the current market, okay, the reverse repo market, the Federal Reserve's reverse repo, is likely going to start declining very soon, maybe as soon as this year. Why is this significant? Because in 2021 and 2022, we saw the reverse repo market, just continuing to go up and up and up, just growing rapidly. Why? Because this allowed for banks to lend out more money with more, money for the financial system, basically. And when that ends up dropping, there's going to be less availability of liquidity to be lent out for the financial systems, which could lead to tightenings of credit conditions. And that is leading to a possible credit crunch. Now, on top of that, it's not just the banks that are starting from this end. You have to consider that unemployment is going to likely start going up. Americans have less spending power than they've had in decades, possibly in history uh, of the US in a way. I'm kind of exaggerating, but you get my point. Things are really tough for Americans, though. It's nothing to laugh about. It's very, very difficult. And it's just really hard, okay? Unemployment is likely going to start going up very, very soon. And as unemployment goes up, you have to remember that Americans are in lots of debt, very, very high amounts of debt, some of the highest amount of credit card debt we've seen in history. Eventually, Americans have to pay off this debt, and their ability to do so could limit their spending capabilities. And when they have limited amounts of liquidity that they're going to be using from like credit, it could slow things down for banks, could slow things down for the economy moving forward. Elon Musk was warning us of a recession, but he believes we're going to bounce back relatively quickly. He said Tesla's going to bounce back in about 12 months, so in about a year from now. So it's very important to be ready for this. Now, many people wonder, will the market crash to new lows because of this? My answer to that is we can't call it just yet. We have to watch for confirmation. We have to watch important support zones before making any calls like that. I'm not too worried about that just yet. We have to see SPY, for example, break below 390 before we talk about the 370s or the 380s, right? And right now we're well above that. So we don't have to worry just yet. We have to just watch the market carefully. But what Musk is warning about makes it possible. It still is possible for something to happen later on during the year, like a black swan event. The Fed is not going to be raising rates as aggressively as of right now unless we get much higher than expected inflationary reports. But for now, there's a good chance they may pause very soon or get closer to doing so. They also do not plan on cutting any rates until 2024. However, the bonds market is saying that it's not going to happen until like September of 2023, which is a very big difference. The Fed could cut rates sooner if things start breaking sooner than expected. And if that's the case, it could lead to more pain for companies, more bankruptcies, as Elon Musk is warning. It is still all very possible. But once again, I'm not worried about the market crashing because we're not in a really massive crash phase just yet. I wouldn't really make the call just yet. And I would rather be very patient instead. Now let's break down some tweets from Elon Musk himself. He said some very major things for Tesla too. Chuck Cook came out and he said, with Elon Musk, he just wanted to mention that I think we can be sure the team is on this. Thanks for all the hard work at Tesla, Elon Musk as well. And what they're talking about is the FSD beta update in the narrow roads right over here. So with the new update, right, the Teslas are able to travel on FSD mode by traveling in these very narrow roads. And they're doing a very good job at doing so in the video. This is once again great news for them. But Elon Musk responded by saying the Tesla AI/software team is truly exceptional, and I never give false praise. That is once again great news. Elon Musk is not a man that, lies all the time. He tries his best to tell the truth, and he is a man of his word. It's just that he can't always estimate dates properly. Sometimes he, uh, expects things sooner than they end up coming out. And that's okay though, because it does push Tesla forward much quicker. And I would expect that from Elon Musk looking at his success. He's always looking forward. He's always rushing, always trying to do the best job possible. And it's really paying off for investors, and it will pay off more for the longer term moving forward. Now, something else that's worth noting is Whole Mars Catalog tweeted that, or even better, switch to an EV. Nobody will ever steal your catalytic converter because you won't have one. And that's kind of funny if you think about it. Elon Musk responded by saying, and Tesla has Sentry mode. So I think this is another very good point. I mean, maintaining an EV is not like maintaining a typical gas powered car. I mean, if you think about it, yes, it takes a lot of effort to get the batteries and production and things like that. But once a person has them, the maintenance is just not the same. I mean, you're not filling in the gas constantly, you just have to charge them. You're not having to replace as many parts. They're made to last a lot longer. And then when it comes to like thieves, I haven't looked into this in as much detail to make this claim, but I still think it's possible for thieves to try to steal parts of Teslas. It's going to be a lot more difficult because of the cameras around the Teslas and Sentry mode and things like that. But it does not mean that Teslas are perfect and they are just never going to be prone to these problems. But what's good about it is the fact that they're less prone to them relative to other gas powered cars, which are a lot more conventional, as the parts could be more easily used for different things. And that's the reason why, like, a lot of these Priuses or even Accords, I've heard some stories of Accords too, have their parts being stolen, right? They just cut the engine from the bottom. They even cut different parts from the very bottom, just take the part out, just use it, and they steal it. It happens. It's going to be much more difficult to do something like that on a Tesla. That is part of the reason why people love Teslas. They're very secure cars with all the cameras. But it's a good point that Elon Musk is bringing up, and it does incentivize more people to buy these cars. Sentry mode, once again, will help with the protection phase. I'm very proud of Elon Musk and what Tesla have been doing because of this. And I consider this good news for Tesla in a way, another good incentive to buy their cars. Now, Tesla Konomics, sorry, it's kind of like a tongue twister. Tesla Konomics stated that this statement is very chilling. They said that Elon Musk said that in fact, arguably, we are on the event horizon of the black hole that is artificial superintelligence. In the video down here, Elon Musk said that super artificial intelligence is going to be readily available by this decade, within 3 to 6 years, in his opinion. Now, could he be kind of like estimating the date too soon? That's a possibility. He has a tendency of doing so. But at the same time, there could be massive truth behind what he's saying, and I think there is. We're making a lot of progress with AI development. It's just exploding right now. I know a lot of people that love to use like ChatGPT and things like that. It's very, very interesting how advanced these tools are and how they're going to grow as years go by. But as of right now, they're not perfect, right? I've seen people that broke ChatGPT, or they know that it's not perfect. It's not fully able to think perfectly like a human, but it is close to doing so, at least closer than any or most technologies of the past, or at least the large majority of them. And I believe that what Musk is saying is going to be massive for Tesla, because the Teslas are basically AIs. That's the one thing a lot of people don't remember. Teslas are AIs. They're able to think, they have brains, They have, they're backed by a network of data, which is all connected to one giant supercomputer that's constantly learning and learning on a daily basis to help them drive much better. Teslas are also able to remember who their users are. They're able to use all these different functionalities. And I think that what Musk is saying is both scary and simultaneously like taking a path into the unknowns, because artificial intelligence has its ups and downs. Of course, we could debate all day about it. But as a Tesla investor, this could be looked at as more bullish news for Tesla. I know a lot of people talk about how like Nvidia and Google keep saying AI over and over again, and the share prices just start to explode because of it. We're like in the new AI era. And there is truth behind that, because AI has so much power, so many capabilities, and so many bullish capabilities for investors too, because of what on earth it could bring to a company for the future. The amount of money that can be made from it, the services that could be provided from FSD and other factors like that are going to be massive for these companies. And this technically would be bullish news for Tesla for the time being. I would consider this very bullish. Once again, it's a great piece of news, and I think the development is just going to continue to move forward as years go on. Now, something else that's very important that a whole Mars catalog tweeted that Elon Musk replied to was that Tesla makes their own chips to hardware accelerate inference. They have one of the world's largest NVIDIA GPU clusters and have designed their own training supercomputer with Dojo, so the Dojo supercomputer. They have hundreds of thousands of customers paying for the FSD. They're working on a humanoid robots too. These are some main points made by Whole Mars Catalog. Elon Musk just responded by saying, "It's not like we didn't see it coming." So I find that kind of funny. Elon Musk is a man of humor, and I think there's a lot of truth behind this, because you have to consider that Tesla's making their own chips. They're designing and making the seats. They're making the products themselves, and they're very, very independent in a lot of ways. Now, they're not fully independent. They do depend on many different countries and outsourcing and other things like that, mining and etc. But at the same time, there are a lot of things they're doing right that make them less prone to what I would say, big political issues that could slow down a company in a way, right? Not going to go into the full details. I don't really want to talk too much about politics. I try to stay away from that in this channel. Only when I'm forced to talk about it do I tend to talk more about it, such as like during the debt ceiling situation. But for now, this is great news for Tesla, because you have to consider the growth that Tesla made to shift into this path. And Tesla is continuing to prepare for different contingencies. They're continuing to grow. And I can't wait for what's to come. Elon Musk said he's very interested in India. India could be the place where the next gigafactory is going to be announced later during this year. And if that's the case, more bullish news keeps on coming for the company. We have the Cybertruck coming out very soon, not to mention the Roadster. We have other catalysts such as new products being designed. Tesla's working on new production capabilities. I'm so excited for what this company is bringing, and I'm very, very bullish for its long term, regardless of where the share price is now compared to all time highs, regardless of what could come in the next 12 months. Okay, I know I keep saying this, I'm not giving financial advice, but if Tesla drops, okay, in the next 12 months, if there's another like crash people are talking about, I'm not scared whatsoever. Tesla's not going to go bankrupt, in my opinion. I don't see that happening at all. They have lots and lots of resources, lots of capabilities, and I'm just not worried. What I'm seeing is the opportunity of a lifetime to buy into Tesla at a cheaper price, because as the years fly by, no matter what people try to say, these catalysts are going to be massive. Remember how Nvidia grew by over $200 billion in market cap in just a couple of minutes. Okay? Remember that. Tesla could do something similar. It could do the same thing. Now, does it have to happen in a couple of minutes? Maybe not, but it could happen in just a few weeks. We saw that happen not too long ago, right? Between January and February, when Tesla had that big rally from 100 all the way up to 200 plus, uh, that was an example of how much this thing could grow. It could squeeze shorts as shorts start to cover, and the amount of buying pressure this company gets is going to be immense. So don't worry, guys. Yes, there could be some pain, as Elon Musk is warning us, but looking at the FSD updates, the technologies of Tesla, the growth of AI, and other factors from Tesla Energy, I am very confident in this company. There's so much growth coming, and I'm still very, very bullish based off what Elon Musk is telling us and based off what's about to come for the company. And this is just the beginning. There are going to be more technologies, more products coming out, and I can't wait to discuss them with you in the future. Thank you all so much for listening. Please enjoy some merch. If you're interested in buying anything, it should be around the comments section. And don't forget about the Webull link. The offer ends very soon. Deposit any amount of money, and you're guaranteed up to 12 free stocks, valued at up to $3,000 each. Thank you for listening. Tesla and the market to the moon as the long term is very bright. And peace out.